In this video I want to talk about Genshin Impact and the topic surrounding endgame content. For this purpose I will divide this video in multiple parts, which you can see at the bottom in forms of YouTube chapters. First of all, I want to talk a bit about myself to explain who I am and that I'm a bit qualified to talk about this in terms of a player. So first of all, of course, channel name Roselig. In-game my name is Lycoristo. I'm at the moment adventure rank 60 and have been playing since game release, around 1 week after it launched, so still in the middle of Venti's banner. Regularly I clear Abyss with 36 stars and am not free to play. I have paid money and always have Welkin active since Albedo's first banner, so around December 2020. Of course, this means I have participated in every event in this game's history. Going directly into the question, is there a content drought? Well, for one, there's definitely a lack of content if one has done story quest, hangouts, side quest, exploration, and even maybe achievement hunting. Now, with the release of 3.0 and Summarize the World, there of course has been a big increase in exploration and quests at large. However, in Sumeru there has been the World Quest, the Aranara quest line, which of course is long and has a lot of content in it. In online discourse, one can see that a lot of people complain at how large the World Quest is, may it be through comments or, for example, memes. Even with content from the Golden Apple Archipelago, the same has been seen. A lot of people complained about the length of the event, where a story took up multiple hours and people were just overwhelmed. So to say this game lacks any part of exploration or quest content, which would be also traditionally found in any open world games, would be kind of a lie. But in reality no one says that. While talking about endgame content, which this video is kind of about, Spiral Abyss is one of the key pieces of discussion. And Spiral Abyss is the only combat focused quote-unquote endgame content we have in Genshin Impact. With this comes the problem that for some people it's just too hard and they can't claim every reward, or it is just too easy. And difficulty is of course one of the most defining factors of endgame content. You want to use your characters that you are building up, maximizing their damage output, and you usually learning team rotations and so on to maximize your damage overall. Now comes the problem, there are certain flaws in Spiral Abyss that you just can't clear. May it be because elemental types or cooldowns. My main problem of these was that the cooldowns were just for certain characters like Child way too long to actually be useful. And where's the fun in that, not being able to use your character? That was my main problem with Spiral Abyss. I think in the recent update they have really balanced it out to be challenging, even with not being able to use every character or having to use a certain character type, and made it more fun to play actually. To say overall, is there a content drought and is Spiral Abyss even good? I would say no, there's not a drought. This game is still getting updates every 6 weeks. We are getting large parts of our regions, especially right now, and there's a large majority of things one can do in their own world. Now also you can challenge yourself in Abyss, which I think would qualify as endgame content. Now with my next kind of question, does this game even need endgame content? Well, first of all, I want to put out my clear-cut opinion. No, it doesn't. Well, at least MiHoYo also thinks so. Genshin Impact was designed as a side game. Looking at its daily content loop, it doesn't take hours or 30 minutes. You can do everything in less than 15 minutes and be done. In comparison with another MiHoYo game, Honkai Impact daily cycle is a bit longer. Of course, you can use resources to skip time, but overall, looking at it, you're supposed to log in multiple times a day with rewards for either logging in at 12 and 18 p.m. There's multiple special, I would say, adventure tasks. One compared with like extra dailies, which resets Monday, Thursday and Saturday. Then of course its version of Abyss also resets multiple times a week, and everything is also designed to have more content. From this we can conclude that MiHoYo has the capabilities and the experience to make a larger daily cycle. However, they don't just want to do that in Genshin. The only reason you would really be online for more like than a half an hour would be exploring, and you can do it on your own accord. You can explore the entire map in one day, which is of course a crazy or big task, but MiHoYo lets the player decide how they actually want to do this, and most of the time players don't explore 100% of a region in one day. My last point is regarding the future of a game, or more like the future of endgame content. I personally have high hopes that this game gets, of course, more content as a whole. So more permanent modes or minigames or everything really. Looking at fishing, we have that. We didn't really use it except getting certain weapons, which is of course kinda sad, but I myself didn't really like it. Now, with the arrival of a Genshin TCG, or Genius Invocation TCG, we have a possible endgame game mode. We still have to see gameplay as a whole. We only have seen an image, or more like screenshots and smaller clips. Still, we don't know the replayability value or how it will appeal to the general audience of Genshin Impact. And the arrival of a Genius Invocation TCG shows that they want to put in more content into the game. I hope that they make more permanent modes or mini things you can do in the things, with like the Build a Dungeon event we had a while ago, or the drum along maps we could have done during the duration of the event. And I think these would be great additions to the game as a base. In conclusion, I adore this game. I will continue playing it regardless of what content comes out in the future. Of course, I want to see more permanent content come into the game. Think everybody shares this opinion really. But in my opinion, the game does not require more. It already has enough content in form of quests, exploration and events. And with this I want to conclude this video. What is your opinion? Do you disagree with points I've made in the video? You can write us in the comments and flame me however you want. Lastly, you can also give back feedback in the comments, as this is my first time making a video of this kind.